Hi, Peter here. In this tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how Compliance Master can help your organisation achieve and maintain its accreditation against the second edition National Safety and Quality Health Service Standards. As you're most probably aware, from the 1st of January 2019, all Australian health providers must be capable of demonstrating their compliance to these standards to achieve and maintain their government accreditation and funding. Furthermore, if an organisation should fail an accreditation assessment, it is likely to be subject to costly correction notices and more rigorous regulatory oversight. To mitigate this risk, the Australian Commission on Safety and Quality in Healthcare recommends health organisations undertake regular self-assessments on their systems and processes, at the same time making sure they collect and record evidence of their compliance and where improvements are needed. Furthermore, organisations should also ensure they record and keep track of what actions they're taking to improve their compliance performance, including specified timeframes. Unfortunately, conducting regular compliance assessments and maintaining up-to-date continuous improvement plans can be a hugely time-consuming and expensive exercise. This is where Compliance Master's integrated approach to compliance management and continuous improvement can be of benefit. So, without any further delay, let's have a look at how the software works. Having logged into the software for the first time, the only thing you need to do before you start carrying out compliance assessments is to enter your organisation's details. To do this, go to the Organisation module, click on the Edit Organisation tab and fill in the relevant details. Next, go to the Entity module and enter the name and contact details of the organisations, groups or entities you intend to assess with the software, including your own organisation's name if applicable. Select Save and now you're ready to start carrying out compliance assessments. One of the key benefits of Compliance Master's aged care solution is that every subscription comes with a free pre-configured checklist template. This template is yours to keep and use as many times as you like to carry out compliance assessments, and you needn't worry about it becoming outdated. Should the standards change for any reason, we'll automatically update your checklist free of charge. To initiate a compliance assessment, simply go to the Assessments module, click on the Add Assessment button in the top corner of the page and select the NSQHS checklist template from the drop-down list. Next, select the name of the entity you intend to assess and select Save to register the assessment on the system. If you don't want to fill in an assessment checklist from scratch, you can download and edit a previously completed checklist or one in progress by selecting the Clone button. As you can see, your pre-configured checklist is separated into 8 sections, one for each standard. To view or hide the compliance requirements for a particular standard, simply click on its adjacent plus or minus symbol, respectively. It's then just a matter of stepping through the checklist and entering your compliance assessment results as you go. As you can see, the checklist asks you to confirm whether each specified safety and quality action has been achieved or not. A yes response should only be selected where supporting compliance evidence can be physically cited. Otherwise, a no response is appropriate. Specific examples of suitable compliance evidence for each action can be found in the NSQHS accreditation workbook. If a specified compliance requirement doesn't apply to the entity being assessed, then a not applicable option is also provided. The checklist also enables assessors to enter notes and comments supporting their compliance assessments against each compliance requirement, and to also enter improvement notes and comments. Finally, but most importantly, assessors can also directly attach or add hyperlinks to supporting compliance evidence. The checklist also keeps track of compliance assessment progress in real time by displaying the total number of compliance requirements that have been assessed for each standard and how many remain. It also displays a breakdown of compliance assessment results to date and compliance percentage levels for each standard. There is also room to add and update assessor comments and improvement recommendations against each standard and to track their progress through to completion. Once an assessment has been completed, you can either close it and create another, or you can simply save and keep updating the checklist over time. In other words, using it more as a compliance and improvement register than a once-off report. Which option best suits your organisation will depend on the context in which the assessment is being carried out and management's preferences. To quickly demonstrate your organisation's compliance against a specific compliance requirement in the standard, simply open the Assessments module, select the relevant organisation or entity, and click on the appropriate assessment checklist to open it. Next, it's just a matter of scrolling down the page until you find the relevant section, or you can simply use the navigation bar, which will take you directly to where you want to go. Once there, you should find all the information you need to demonstrate your organisation's compliance against that particular requirement and what you're doing to improve performance. When it comes time to communicating assessment results to internal and external parties, you have a number of options. Firstly, you can print off a hard copy of a summary or detailed assessment report by clicking on the respective print buttons. You also have the option of emailing these reports with supporting notes to a third party directly from the software, or downloading electronic copies by clicking on the export button. To invite new users onto your account, go to the Settings module and click on the Add Users button. Next, enter the new user's name and contact details and assign them a username and password. Finally, assign them a role, administrator or staff. Administrators have full access to the software's features, whereas staff can only view and enter assessment results. Once you select Save, the system will automatically email the new user their login details. This covers most of the key steps involved in using Compliance Master to regularly assess and demonstrate your organisation's compliance with the second edition National Safety and Quality Health Service Standards. If you have any questions or queries, be sure to add them below or drop us an email at info@compliance-master.com and we'll respond accordingly. If you'd like to receive more information on current and future Compliance Master videos, including how to add and tailor your own compliance checklist to your account, be sure to click on the subscribe button below.